Hello, good day, everyone. Welcome to join online study group. So we encourage each other to talk about Tzu Chi. We uphold our initial aspiration, and we believe everyone has a potential. So if we move ahead, we step forward and move ahead, then we will meet our better self. So persevere will meet our better version of ourselves. And the earlier video that you watched, that was from those team members. Thank you for those sisters and brothers' dedication. And then from this poster, you can see that it's important to promote a vegetarian diet. And even many athletes, like this bodybuilder, he became a vegetarian since he was 24 years, and then started to do the workout when he was 26, and then become a world champion and 35. Next week, we will have a doctor from Lian Hospital, and then we will have Sister Qing'e. She will come here and then give us a wonderful sharing. And then next week, we will have a lecture from Sister Ling Xiuling. She is from Lian. And then every time if we look at this short video, we will receive the positive energies from Master Zheng Ye's teaching. So today, Master Zheng Ye is going to tell us that every day when she woke up, she calm her mind and adjust her breathing, and contemplate and reflect on herself. What did I do yesterday? Which direction should I follow today? And what should I do today? I always reflect on whether I have made my mistake yesterday in the past, and what are the things that I have to do, in which direction, and what is the right attitude that I should have to deal with the things today. So this is contemplate ourselves and constantly to look after our minds. We have to control over our minds. Otherwise, if we rise greed, anger, and delusion, ignorance will be arised. And when we have ignorance, and then it will be difficult to control our mind. It will be out of control. So we must refrain ourselves and discipline our minds. So thank you for Master Zheng Ye's teaching. So through the different platforms, we can receive the positive energies from Dharma Master Zheng Ye's wisdom teaching. So it's a good example for us to follow. So every day when we woke up, we have to calm our mind and adjust our breathing. This is to remind ourselves that if we have to pass on Dharma teaching and recruit the talent, we have to follow Master Zheng Ye's step. And like the Jing's aphorism, great strength comes from unity of minds and efforts. And also, love is taking care of ourselves by freeing worries and conducting with propriety. Every time we have to remind ourselves that Master Zheng Ye's ideal talents are those who are humble but not arrogant, self-esteem and control over our temper. We focus, we work hard, and work harmoniously with others. We show our good manners on speeches and actions. So with those characters, Master Zheng will feel relief, and then hopefully everyone can be Master Zheng's ideal talents. So now put your hands in front of our chest and say, Master Zheng, we are your ideal talents. And then Master Zheng give her thumbs up. So this is a blessing to ourselves, and also it's a blessing to the one who sits next to you right now. So thank you for accompanying me to join the online study. So we are Dharma messenger. We have to pass on Dharma essence and recruit the talent mindfully. And hopefully we can purify people's mind and create a better society and better world. So now this is the needlework, the handicraft work next week. And next week we will have elders come to Jingsi Cafe. And then we will teach them how to make a beautiful handicraft. Actually, Master Zheng care about the elders, and hopefully we also can show our love and take care to look after those elders. And to inspire their talents so they can they can make a good use of their life. Even they were getting old, but their talent, they are skillful, the handicraft, the needlework is still there. So Dr. Si Hongdian, he also encouraged us to work hard to have those elders come together and to inspire their interest, inspire their motivation to do the good deed and to do the fundraising by making those beautiful handicrafts. So we can invite the elders come here, and then you can bring them come to the Jingsi Hall. And now you can see from the screen, those three are the key persons of the needlework. Some of them are over 90 years old, but they are still active, and they can find their value of their life when they complete the needlework. And also you can find the interest and see this little Buddha, and by accumulation, we did a great job on the fundraising. And now we can see the feedback from Sister Su Hui in United States. She said that she brought some key holders, the shape key holders, and then she sell them and do the fundraising. And by accumulation, actually she sell and do the fundraising close to US dollar 3,000. It's a very touching. And Sister Su Hui also seeks the moment to give her wonderful sharing to tell people that how did she do the fundraising by sell those beautiful handicraft. So one after another. So after the morning teaching, Sister Su Hui give her sharing, and then she mentioned about this program, the online study program. So Fangwen was inspired, and the Yiling was inspired too. So after the morning teaching, they spread this message to many volunteers in the United States. So they asked their friend in Taiwan brought those handicraft back to the United States, and then so they can sell to the people like the people they like. Actually, I have the dream. I have the dream that maybe next time, if Master Zheng Yan will come here, we can give her more surprise. So please join us. It's a beautiful handicraft. So now I'm going to introduce today's team. Today is the first week of the month, and now they are on the second floor. And thank you for their translation, and also have Cantonese. So thank you for the sisters' dedication. And then today we also will have interpretation for Cambodian language and Malay language. Thank you for those sisters' dedication. And today we also have a Taiwanese. This group is getting is expanding. So next year, we will provide the Taiwanese interpretation every week. So actually, we can provide the influence to the people we know. So in the first beginning, there were only few persons doing the Taiwanese interpretation, but right now we have more than 10 members. So if we can do the service every 30, each one can provide the interpretation for 30 minutes, then everyone can have their time to practice. And later on, we will have a wonderful speaker, Sister Zhang. She's gonna give us a wonderful sharing. And then now let's take a look on this feedback. First of all, let's take a look on the Zheng Jing. She said, because of my job, I couldn't participate in the online study group, and I usually watch the rerun. But on August 2nd, I was blessed that I can hear Sister Wu Zhaofeng from Australia sharing. Sister Wu Zhaofeng says ever since she was certified as a commissioner, she kept inviting people to join Tzu Chi from Taiwan to Australia. Although Sister Zhaofeng went through maybe a heartbreaking emotion or a physical problem, but her mindset to walk on the Bodhisattva path was never affected. And now look at the other feedback from Ho Yu. When she wrote this feedback, she was in Africa. And due to the power shortage in Africa, power outage in Eswatini are becoming more frequent. And so the power outages for 4 to 5 hours in a row are also very common. So that day when she did the interpretation, she was worried that it may lack of the power outage. And she also prepared the flashlights. And fortunately, even she only had the 3 units of electricity left to work at light day, but when she finished the interpretation online study group successfully. She feels so blessed that she just finished translating and the power went out. And also a few minutes ago when she did the interpretation, she heard a loud explosion from outside of the house. And it turned out like the 3 large transformers of the power station had burned out. And then it could take days to repair them. So Hou Yu think that she needed to buy a diesel generator or a household battery for backing up tower. So sometimes when we connected to the speaker in Africa, actually it is difficult for them to keep the power, the electricity all the way. So let's give them a big hand. Even they face the difficulties, they overcome and the problem. So hopefully later on when we have the sharing from Zhu Jincai, hopefully everything went through okay. Yesterday we have been invited to different cities to give the sharing of the book, reading on the class. And yesterday we were at Shanghua. It was a volunteer retreat event, and 20 team members from online study group did a sharing this time. So the book of reading on the crowd will have the 4th print. And please feedback on the book of the reading on the class. This reader is a Catholic junior high school teacher, and after she read this book, she realized she learned that only the great love can do this job. And this teacher was so moved as she learned that only great love can recruit so many talents. And she said that this book, although there are so many small stories, but actually every one of them are inspired. She is a Catholic. She's a Catholic and she wrote 3 feedbacks on this book. We are so moved. So everyone can join this online study group. And now let me introduce the team. This is the team that is doing all the information research and download all the related video for the group. So anyone who stopped learning is old, whether it's 20 or 80. But anyone who continue to learn can stay young. So let's stay young and keep learning. And then successful people are always looking for opportunity to help others. Unsuccessful people are always asking, what is it for me? Pastor Zheng will never say that she is successful. But whenever she knows there is a people in suffering, she always try her best to reach out to help people. So perseverance will meet a better version of ourselves. This is our new encouragement. So hopefully through this online study group, we can invite more people to join this online study group and love study group. And we thank you for Elizabeth. She did a good job on drawing, give us the drawing of each speaker. Right now, she studied at the Tsinghua University. So nowadays, she can only watch the rerun. So next time we're gonna call out to Indonesia.
Okay, today we are going to welcome our Deputy Superintendent Tsinghua Hospital in Indonesia, Huang Lichung, and he is organized about the association, and we are talking about the love and the sincere, and he usually accompanied with the Tsinghua volunteer in Indonesia. He will use his interpreter to tell a lot. Let's have see some videos. And last time when I back to Lian to share with Master Zheng Yan, and because Indonesia, the Tsinghua Hospital is opening this year, and we can have a look in the Tsinghua Hospital, and they have a newborn babies in the hospital. And some staff in the hospital, they are doing the fundraising for the babies and the baby's parents. So you can see the goodie has sprout in their heart. And we can see they have a bright in the Indonesia. You can see the great love and the selfless love in Indonesia. We are so touching and grateful when Master says, and the volunteer in Indonesia, they will try their best to do. You can see long time ago, you can see the Ministry of the Health and the visit the Tsinghua Hospital in Indonesia. They are visit the bone marrow equipment in the hospital. You can have a look. Long time ago in Indonesia, there are lack of this kind of treatment, but now we have the hospital in Indonesia. They can do this kind of service. And our guest, the deputy superintendent, he will use Chinese to talk to us. And he will try to share some story in Indonesia to you. And we can see during this hospital, and they have the COVID-19, so that is so difficult time to overcome when they building this hospital, and they also do some entire like COVID-19 test, and make sure all the workers they are safe and they not worry. So during the time they do a lot of tests, COVID-19 tests. So they overcome a lot of difficulties, and even outside the building look very modern, but inside also including a lot of humanities. and like including a lot of Master Zhang Yan's love inside. And we also can see about the staff in the Indonesia, the hospital. They are focused on the humanities, and they give the patient more love. And they also share a lot of different story. A special one nurse, she is going to become an engineer. That is her new missions in the hospitals. And they also cooperation with Taiwan Taipei Tzu Hospital, and they cooperation together, and also show them more medical equipment, and teach them about the bone marrow donation, and they hope they have these kinds of great love to spread in all the world. And they also encourage a lot of entrepreneurs to donate the money and help the suffering people. And why the entrepreneur they want to donate money to Tzu because Tzu is very international foundation, so they trust Tzu a lot. And now we are welcome our deputy superintendent Huang Lichung. And we can see he is online. Let's just welcome him because we would like to invite him because you got very positive power.
好，亲爱的上人、居士师父、师兄师姐，大家好。
Hello
阿弥陀佛
everyone,
那
teachers
个
Meiyun.
全荧幕，你的，哎，对，OK 了，可以了，是 OK 是，首先要感恩美云老师，
Venerable
已经帮
Master
我们
Zhang
慈济
Yan
慈济
and
医院介
all
绍，我才发
volunteers
现原
all
来
over the
美云老
world
师的
have
资
a
料
good
比我
day.
们这边的资料还要
I'm very
提
honest
前，所以这个是
and
我们
can
要
be
很感恩
here.
的地方。首先先自我介
And
绍，
I
我叫
saw
王
the
立
video
成， 我
while the
18年前
teacher
加
May
入
show
慈
us.
济，
I
在慈
so
在
feel
慈济会
touching
的师
because
父。
she prepared
10
very
年
well.
前我转到印尼慈济
And
院承
18
担
years
行政副
ago,
院长。
I joined the
今天早上
Tzu
很感恩
and
师
I
兄师
work
姐
in
有
the
这个机
Tzu
会跟大家
Foundation.
分享我们印尼
And
慈
a
济
few
医
years
院。
ago, I joined the
慈济医院可能跟其
Tzu
他慈济的
Hospital.
医院不同点，
And
我们
now
建医
I'm
院的
going
原
to
因其
introduce
实
the
有2种，
Tzu
第一种就
Hospital
是
in
印尼
Indonesia.
很多比较
And
有钱的人，他
there's
们
a
生
few
病就
reasons
会
we
到
are
国
trying
外
to
去
build
就
in
医。
the hospital in
第
Indonesia.
二个原
The
因
first
也
reason
很多
is
是因为经济方
a
面
lot of
他们无
patients, if
法
they want to
得
have a
到良好
treatment, they
的
will choose to go
医疗服
abroad.
务，也都会
And
因为
the second
因为这
one,
2点
because they have a lot of
就
poor
有
people,
一个
they
心
don't
愿，想把印尼慈
have
济医院
any choice.
落
So we
成。
want to help these
那印尼慈济
uh,
医院
poor
跟
people.
台
So
慈
that's
济台
why
湾
we
的
want to
其
build
他
in the
医院，
hospital.
台湾慈济医院
And
有
our
一
goal
个共同的那个
is try
vision
to
跟 mission， 就
have
是我们也秉持着
we
守
have
护
some
生命、守护
the
健
same
康、
goal
互爱的
is
精
we
神。
want
我
to
们希望能
humanities
够成为一
medical
家
for
理想
all,
的慈济
and
医院。
we
当
want
然，
to
我们也希
respect
望
for all the
能够
life,
成为
and
印
we
尼
want to
医疗界
prevent
的典
the
范。
life,
我
love,
们慈济医院
and
在
we
2015 年
also
动
want
土，
to become
2年前就是在
the
6月
role
14
model,
日，我
the
们开始试营运。
hospital in
很感恩
Indonesia.
上人及全球
Our
慈济的师
hospital
父，
in
在今年
2015,
的
we
6
have
月
the
14
groundbreaking
我们医院
ceremony.
正式启用。
And
那
we
天
are
我们也
so
邀请
grateful
了
the
印尼总
Master
统
Zhang Yan
莅临
give us
启
the
用典
bless.
礼，
And
接下
this
来我也
year,
想带大家
the
听听我
in
们印尼总
June,
统
we
当
have
天的
the
致辞，请
opening
播放影片。
ceremony in this year. And then now I want to show you the video about our opening ceremony.
Saya tadi barusan berkeliling untuk melihat fasilitas.
I saw this equipment, and there is a lot about the cancer-related equipment and a lot of bone marrow-related equipment. And I saw, including the facility and the infrastructure, they are so very quite advanced. And in this hospital have almost 500 the wards, and all the equipment is very advanced. And I hope everyone is healthy and they won't get sick. And when they get sick, they don't need to go abroad. And they just come to Tzu Hospital. So by the God's favors, and I announce the official opening of the Tzu Hospital.
Dan dengan rahmat Tuhan Yang Maha Kuasa, pada pagi hari ini, siang hari ini, saya resmikan Rumah Sakit Tzu Hospital di Provinsi DKI Jakarta. Terima kasih.
And we can see the Tzu Hospital from the 2021. At the time, they just have the like 134 wards in the hospital, but recently in this year there is up to 200 wards in the hospital. And this hospital also is only one the children bone marrow have this equipment for the children. And this year, they have the first case to do the bone marrow treatment in our hospital. And we are so grateful they have a Taipei's doctor to help us. And Master Zheng Yan told us we need to treat our patients like our families. So today I'm going to share one story. And it's this year in the January, they have a one lady, and she is a pregnant lady, and just 18 years old. She is the wife of the truck driver, because she is pregnant and she's almost delivery. And at the time she's work with her husband, and she feared she going to have the emergency delivery. And her working place is close our hospitals, and even though the distance is almost 73 kilometers, and they have to drive 3 hours to our hospital. And so she feared she's going to have an emergency delivery, and she got to our emergency room, and they have a very healthy baby, but because they saw emergency, they don't have any money to attend our hospital. But they, unfortunately, the baby is very healthy, and when our staff all know this story, and our staffs in the hospital, they try to do the fundraising. So a lot of stuff is so touching. This baby is so cute, and this baby is also like my godchildren, godson, and yeah, so have a different nurse or staff know this story. You can see they try to fundraising the money, and because they want to buy some baby product for this baby and their parents. So we can see the a lot of good see is planning in our staff heart, and they also buy the 6 baby clothes for these parents and the babies. In our Ziji hospital in Indonesia, we want our service will achieve Master Zheng Yan's Dharma. We want they know more the spiritual about the Master Zheng Yan. And now I want to show you Master speaking. And we want to show you the Ziji in Indonesia. I am so grateful the Zijis because in the Indonesia the majority is Muslim, even have a different religion, but our volunteer they try their best to express Dharma. The volunteer in Indonesia, I every day is have a video chatting with them. When they tell me story from that, I'm so touching. I can see they study the Dharma every day, and the superintendent they share twice per day to their staff, and their leader is lead the staff and follow the right direction. They believe what I say, and they make it action. That is so touching. They believe the right face. They believe the right face and uphold the right face, and because they want to achieve the Buddhahood. And they also make the effort to benefit the community. And now they building this hospital established, and the staff they have the same vow, the same direction. Everybody have run this hospital in the Dharma way and in the right path. And we can see they do the good deed consistently. I can see they also saving money in the bamboo coin. And they also teach the patient, try to do the good deed, try to help suffering people. They doing the role model. And how can I not feel touching? I'm really touched all the members and the staff in the hospital. They also encourage all the people, including the patient, to do the recycling. So I'm really grateful what they do. I really touching. And that is Indonesia, what they do.
将提供最良好的医疗服务，我们会遵循商人的教导。以上我的分享，
I'm so
大家。
grateful the Master Zheng Yan speaking, and our hospital will follow the right path and serve more people. And we are so happy the brother want share his story. And from this story, we are so happy and grateful.
我有一个问题，请问哈，刚才上人开示这个影片嘛，其实是中文字，然后下面平常我们在
I have one question want to ask about the Master Zheng Yan's speaking. The subtitle is they change from the English to the Indonesia language. Do you also change the subtitle, try to learn the Indonesia people to understand what the Master Zheng Yan said? So you spend one day to do the translate, and you also then share this video every day twice to then all the people to see what is the Master Zheng Yan say, and you then all the people feel at ease and happy. I have been to Indonesia before, and I can feel the Indonesia International Airport is huge and very convenient. And I saw one of our sisters, they say, when the hospital in Indonesia opening, they are so, when they saw this moment, they are very touched and happy. Before they know they're going to building the hospital in Indonesia, they are so happy. So now they witness the hospital has established. And also you can see Indonesia president also say the patient, they don't need to go abroad to have a treatment. They just can stay in Indonesia, come to City Hospital, and they have well treatment. And we are so grateful. The deputy, the superintendent share. So thank you, your sharing. And because we know more the Indonesia, the information. We have some feedback from others, brother and sister. We can see more video. You can see more video online. And feedback from Lian, they say even though they don't have money in Indonesia, but they still can building the hospital in Indonesia.
谢谢哦，你多了一个干儿子啊！你一定没有想到，哎，当这个到我们慈济印尼医院的时候呢，竟然会多说一个干儿子哈，所以非常开心。
And because we saw one baby, the baby is his name is Ali, and he also have a stepfather is because he's a newborn baby, so they he is almost 1 years ago, 1 years old. Yeah, and he is healthy now. And we also have some feedback from Canada, and we are so grateful. Our hospital is keep our healthy love. And so grateful the volunteers in Indonesia, they follow Master Zheng Yan's teaching and do the role model in the Indonesia. And I'm so grateful the brother Huang. You are very young, but you also is a role model. We need to follow you. And we have the hospital in Indonesia. We and also have some feedback from Beijing. And we are so grateful our brother Huang. Newer hospital staff is work so hard and very nice and kind to all the patients. And we will follow your spirit. And we are so surprised and what you do. And we also have some feedback from Kaohsiung. And thank you, you guys in Indonesia. It's so grateful. We will learn more from you.
行政副院长黄礼春师兄，我们再次掌声，谢谢，拜拜，好，谢谢，感恩你了，礼春。
Yeah,
好
we are thank you our Deputy Superintendent Huang Lichung. He shared his great story.
从8周年，所以唯有不放弃，才能聚集更多幸福的未来。我们累积到现在141周，已经累积了57063.08朵，所以每一份的力量，我们都很需要。
The fundraising, we already accumulated the donation amount. It's over $57,000. And the people can raise out no power, but they have to be influential. So everybody will hold each other, support each other to keep moving forward. And we will all recruit more of the friends of Jingsi. And at the stage, at the presence, you can fill out the form to become the friends of the Jingsi. To fill in the form to join us. After you fill in that forms, you can apply for the join the membership and with lots of discounts. And when you come here at the Lunar New Year, you will get the little souvenirs, and it's member limited. So we'll welcome you to join us and to help us to understand Jingsi's products. And we are promoting these activities. So after you filled out the form, please just put it on your table and our team will collect it back. And we will always promoting the Jingsi Friends. So you will know the most updated information about our products, about our books. So, there are two sets of dharmas, and it's for the souvenir for you. And also this book that is newly published. And the author is very blessed to be in contact with the Master Dharmas. So he said this, he wrote this book, so love is the best blessings. And also this calendars for 2024. And this is very difficult. This is very special this year, the calendars. It was integrating with Sutra mystical adaptations. And also we have many products in our Jingsi products. So starting from December, like this month, and as you can see, you can get this hair gels, and it's free for you when you join the members. And this is our Kaohsiung online study groups that will form this affinity with you. So join us. You're welcome to join us. And also the dye compassion technology, we win a lot of awards. And because the new technology, so we won a lot of prize. So whenever you need any items from it, please support our compassion technologies. And now we are going to read this good effect. And he said, the good effect, she said, in 2023, she was so happy because she finally met the teacher Jing Yuan. Every time she listened to her sharing, she felt very joyful. The first time she heard about the sharing is in 2016 in Chengdu. At that time, she was very close to her, but she was so touching, but she doesn't have an opportunity to express her feeling to her. So even though she was in Yunnan, but she has to tell me how she feels about the study groups. She said what teacher Jing Yuan shares is the sorting the Dharma, sorting out the source of the Dharma. There are total more than 900 people participate in this work, and a total of 127 Dharma lines and 261 sects was included. This is also the gathering of the Bodhisattvas for major events. And also Kunsan Zhou Muhui, she shares great love with no borders. We share on that day. There was sharing by the doctor from Paraguay, Dr. Martat, and he shared the story of the Dr. Marsas. The whole family came to hear. And well, for him to come over here, he had to make a connection flight for multiple times. He made all the way come here. He thinks that Dr. Marsa already spread a good seeds in Paraguay, and this good seeds will benefit all central beings. And also, I would listen to the Darling Hospital, the Vice President's sharings. Okay, he shared about the brightness of the light in 2023. And his sharings, when she listened to his sharing, he feels that he was so touched because a couple of years ago, she also suffered from a severe illness. So she was so frightened all the time. But after she listened to the doctor's sharing, she feel more comfort. Even though he is so far away, but she really understands that Tzu Chi's medical service was very helpful. So the medical personnel, they can really support the illness from the world. They will become the lights in the world, and they can support all the illness peoples. And the best offering to the master is to put our action, put everything into actions. There were the Singapore couples. They actually, when they were in Singapore, they were very good industrialists. But because of the master's wish, she always want to give back to the Buddha's birthplace, Nepal. So both of them, they just give up all of their career and they went to Nepal. And in Nepal, brother Jiang Yi suffered from this heart attack, and he survives suffice over that. And so he deeply felt about the cause and effect. So he thinks we should seize the moment to make the vow and to put it into practice. And most admirable is Sister Guoxiang, because she was always pampering and she's mesophobia. So for her to stay in Nepal for 3 months, she's really not able to adapt with the food and the living condition there. But she's still doing all of her efforts to make the his vow, to put in the practice into his vows. So the best offering is to put our vow into practice. So now is our guiding readers' times. So every time they showed up, they make the improvement every single time. So her topic is to sister moment. Sister moment and travel through time and space to connect with the Buddha's heart. So hello everyone. And what I'm going to share is the Buddha's footprints in 2022. My topic is to seize the moment to meet at the Holy Mountains Assembly, travel through times and space to connect with the Buddha's hearts. I know whether you are at the present or you're not, or you're staying online. I think most of you participate in this great event. So, Buddha come to this world. The purpose is to teach the Buddha. Buddha come to the human world is for the major event to teach the Dharma from the Infinite Meaning Sutra and the Lotus Sutras. And Master said the infinite meaning of the Sutra of Infinite Meaning is the essence of the Lotus Sutra, and Ciji was founded based on the Sutras of Infinite Meanings. Actually, the Dharma has no form, and it needs to be interpreted through image to let people see it, to let people hear from this. So make the Dharma into your heart so you can eliminate the troubles of ignorance and return to the pure natures. Because lots of time when Master was preaching, lots of people couldn't stay focused. But through the musical sutra adaptation, people can understand that easily. So the sutra's adaptation is another way to interpret the dharmas. It is like translating the profound dharmas is internal interpretations. It's not just acting, it is translating, is interpret the profound dharmas. It's a different kinds of interpretation. So in 2022, December, the performance was in the Kaohsiung arenas. So it was joined by the two professional art troupes and participated by the Middle Taiwan and the Southern Taiwan's other volunteers to join these adaptations. And now let's listen to Master's preachings. And why is there Ziji? This is a spiritual concept. So when I went to Kaohsiung, they were performing these sutras adaptations, and I made a special trip to watch it. And I'm so grateful and touching. How did purify people's mind? And to purify people's mind, there are more than 10,000 of people there. And in this scene, more than 10,000 of people chanting the sutras of infinite meanings. with one voice is very neat and synchronized, and all of the people on and off the stage express the sutra's meaning with language and body. And when I saw more than 10,000 of people there, many of them were in their 90s, 80s, and 70s, and they were acting with two famous theater troupes in Taiwan. And I'm really moved by the things of cooperation and harmony on and off the stage. So this presentation really touched many people and expressed the way, the process of Buddha's teachings, and also expressed the Tzu Ji spirits. And Master says that children's education cannot be waited. Master adapted 51 projects of hope and vowed to build a school that will never collapse for people that affected by the disaster. So since 1966, Master always based on the direction of for Buddhism and for the living beings. From the first window distribution, large-scale distribution, and the free cleaning until now, Master used love to connect love in 128 countries and regions around the world. And with all of these volunteers who participate in this sutra adaptation, the things looks very solid and neat. And it was full of energy and make us all feel very touching. In order to achieve this adaptation, there were lots of groups that worked together to make these achievements. Let's look at this report. So the planning team also feel in a position as they pass, and I had to make the adjustment on a rolling basis to make the entire sutra adaptation perfect. It is easy, and the more I change, it is easier it gets. And Sister Zi says, your hand and gestures need to be big. Each movement represents the essence of the Dharma. There are so many things need to be done in such a short time. It is very complicated. The body expresses the essence of the Dharma, so there has to be a team that can memorize all the process. So after 1.5 years, we already have the toxic understandings, and I told them that all of you did a very good job, and I already give you the best I have. So using the sutra's adaptation to express the meaning of dharmas. So because of the pandemic, and for Kaohsiung team to participate with the group learning, we only have 1 year, less than 1 year. Now, how to make all of these volunteers who, including the senior volunteer, middle age, and a junior volunteer, how to make them can fit in as soon as possible. All of their movement has to be solid and synchronized. It is very difficult. It's very challenging works. And the unbelievable is what teacher Meiyun's planning teams did it. And during the practice, teacher Meiyun always encouraged all of the volunteers to ask them to have the positive attitude and cheer up. And this encourage always make the volunteer full of energy and finally complete this text. I really admire teacher Meiyun's perseverance in showing this task. So can you think about there are more than 600 people in the 18 forming. Everybody had to stand on the precise spot. Every movement has to be at the right directions. you can understand how difficult it is. Let's look at this report. And in the past, manual light drawing has been replaced by the large-scale drawing output, but the construction time was shortened, but it still tests the wisdom of the volunteers. And out of the company official came to help with the landmarking works. And last of them, they really have to kneel down on the floor to adjust the landmark accordingly. And adjust the location of the landmark almost require me to lie down. And we encounter lots of difficulty, but we always did our best to make this happen. And we encounter many difficulties, but everyone will try their best to do this well. So with the precise positions of the landmarks, so the other volunteers can make their movement precisely. So there is also the spirit of the landmark team to overcome all difficulties and achieve their missions, which is really touching. I'm very grateful that I had the opportunity to participate in this special Holy Mountain assembly in this slides. Together, we can travel through time and space to illuminate the world with kindness and love and blessing to all. Thank you. Including Sister Xiangyi and Shuman, they are always fully prepared for the guiding readings. And we always, I believe the interpretation team will love her speed of speaking. Actually, I just participate in the adaptation trainings temporarily. I appreciate that Sister Ciyue inviting me to be the guidance. Everybody says that it's easy, and I believe that the adaptation will keep changing. But the more it changes, the more it becomes easier. The changing is to make the things better. So what you can understand is a person, they have many thoughts, they know what they're doing. So the changing, they will change according to the thought. So keep changing will make everybody become flexible, and people are willing to adapt the change. And it might make a lot of volunteers to feel that they couldn't accept with this. But as you know, Shuman, she was always calm and always very soft. She always integrate her PowerPoint and her scriptures very precisely and always give us her information on time. So let's give her big hands to Sister Shuman. And every time the sharing the online study groups, it is always made me feel very energized and hold on to this opportunity to attend with the Holy Mountains assemblies. And Sister Shuman made a good affinity with all of the people around the world. And Sister Shazia says, we can walk into the sutras of meditation, and the Dharma can purify our mind. And Sister Shuman really had a great understanding about Dharmas and share her experience with Dharmas. And also, Sister Shuman, she always write a lot of feedback. Would you like to join us? Because the persistency will make a better self. So by watching this adaptation, really incredible. And that means our heart will always stick together to work on the Bodhisattva's path. And if the sister has a chance, she will definitely be here with us. And the doctor's sharing always comfort the patient's illness heart. And the humanistic medical treatments always comfort the sensual beings, always comfort the people suffer from the illness. And thanks to the
雪龙的玉梅，因为他上个礼拜不晓得为什么没有留言，我就没有练习英文的机会了。他说 So happy and
last time
to brother Huang Lichung, wonderful sharing of the Ciji Hospital Indonesia. We are too excited that the hospital has advanced medical equipment to treat the patients. Fantastic. 他讲到的就是见证到李春师兄的一个分享。
He mentioned about she witnessed sis brother sharing that she understands the Ciji Hospital has such an advanced medical equipment.
我们的线上重点顺口溜，很快很快。感恩我们加拿大以及亮君哦。
Okay, let's move to the next page.
这样子跟着阿美。阿亮跟阿美，我说阿亮是你啊，阿美是谁？他说管心凌啊。我说哦对哦，我们都叫管心凌，但是他的名字就是管惠美师姐。说我们非常感恩加拿大的这2位大菩萨。我说我也是，我一直跟着哈。所以我们来看看上个星期有哪些，透过这里就知道：荣宾姻缘传善念，嘉德好咖积极缘，净思法脉大爱片，昌玉承担感恩仙，凤山菩萨同心圆，丛林宝塔福绵延。跨步就要迈向前，这是北京的周蕊欣哈。跨步就要迈向前，向前就有好姻缘。美云老师主持在月上云端读书会，东莞师兄沈荣斌，漂泊心灵归慈济，因缘具足，有愿有力做慈济。导读师姐李慧妙，净思法水亮全球。
Last week we asked why no message left.
吴家德27年做服务，微笑乐观加积极，人脉不如做人好。高雄志工黄昌义实业家来做慈济，人生每段说感恩，哪里需要哪里去。净思丛林凤山起，和和互协虔诚心，心灵道场有道气，凤山志工大愿力。接下来感恩我们美国的团队，透过华语的顺口溜以及英文的重点摘要，我们和着节奏一起来。
It is so wonderful equipment.
慈济因缘不思议，台商会长植福田，
It's very wonderful. And our catching phrase, our president from Canada, is for years. 亮是you, Oh yes. I also appreciate Canada to Bodhisattva. So that's the last week's catching phrase. My brother Chen Rongbin is from Dongguan, Guangdong. His Tzu story are incredible. He led the Taiwanese Chamber of Commerce members to do over good deed. Donated several to Gangshan Tzu and got good karma that saved their life by health check in time and avoid a heart attack. Dharma guides led by Sister Li Huimiao, the Dharma essence of Tzu illuminated the whole world. Lian Mountain Dharma Assembly covers all over the world, over the sky. To get to return to the right path and dedicate himself to the Songcha performers. Taichung Fengshan Ciji Hospital is the most Zhejiang. It's great Buddhist jungle in urban area. Lots of activity are designed for young and old. Wisdom home essentially recruit neighborhood Bodhisattvas. As a silent elder brother, Wu Jiade, he should become a valuable person in other people's hearts. We can praise, we could be a miracle. Our passion can drive the whole world. 高雄凤山集市堂 construct the most
平常啊也蛮去听到的。那以往他遇到的一个事情，个案里面就很多给很多的一个力量哈，所以这是我们台中慈院骨科主任蒋岳峰哈。好，
双脚瘫痪的主因是细菌感染。其实去年7月，王先生就感觉后背疼痛，还多次发烧到40几度，但查不出原因。没有想到细菌持续扩散，导致脊椎发炎。
不破坏肋骨的状况下，绕过这个脊椎的脊髓，然后绕到前面去，把这边感染的地方把它刮干净。
一般感染症状会慢慢加剧，但像王先生这样一夜瘫痪非常罕见。
脚的活动现在大概可以，脚趾头往上勾 ，OK。他脚踝现在也都脚踝还比较没有力气，慢慢都有在进步。对，在动看这样。
目前治疗的方式
好，所以我们真的非常感恩大爱台，也为我们留下很多的见证，看到我们的医网是如此这样子的疼惜跟关照我们的病人。那么上人来到台中慈院的时候，当然要温馨座谈，所以呢就棒棒接力喽，把这所有的但这个地方我想让大家更去认识我们的慈济。台中慈服务
涵盖8个科别，病人不需奔波各个诊间，而是由医师找出病因，对症引荐。微创脊椎手术使用先进设备，电脑导航，高龄患者术后康复，无需旁人协助独自行走。
There are 8 departments.
有如走秀，展示喜悦的步伐。
The minimum artificial surgery, we need the great the patients came back to hospital and to show her walking without any problems. The doctors help the patient to improve the patient's walking. We are very thankful for Master Chen Yan provide us this kind of wonderful medical environment for patients. So the patients can have very good treatment in our hospital, Taichung Hospital. We are very touched and very thankful for doctors, not only doing his professional jobs in the hospital, they also came to do the show of sutra. Now we are introduced the doctor orthopedics, Dr. Zhang. We welcome Dr. Zhang to come to share his patient treatment. Dr. Zhang, we are going to see Dr. Zhang. Okay, here's the image of the Taichung Ciji Orthopedics, Dr. Zhang. We are waiting for Dr. Zhang's sharing his patients' treatment. Now, Dr. Zhang is holding his cerebral moving in the hospital. Now he found a very nice place in the hospital to share his patient treatment with us from Taichung Ciji Hospital. Now Dr. Zhang is going to introduce the full artificial hip joint replacement upgrade version. Now we are going to introduce an anterior approach of the hip joint replacement operation. Good morning, all the family members. Today is the online study. So I'm going to introduce you all the family members of the artificial heat replacement operation. Now, here is the upgrade version of the operation. There is a posterior and the anterior approach of this hip replacement operation. Now, I started to work for Tzu Hospital from 2010. There are 75 years old patients, and we can get the story from online because there's a press release. There's a very big abscess in patient's leg. And we can see this 72 years male patient has been drinking for 30 years. So he has got a very big abscess in his hip joints. So we can see a very big crown from the patient's X-ray. It's because this patient has been drinking for 30 years. That's the reason cause patients leg. Now we are going to introduce this anterior, the minimal invasive hip replacement surgery. This is the traditional posterior approach operation diagram. So the doctor, we need to cut off some leg muscles. We cut off the muscle to dislocate the joint. After the dislocation, there's a joint after the joint dislocation, we just put into the bone head. Then we implant the hip replacement joint after the whole set of operation. So there are two different kinds of hip replacement surgery: anterior and the posterior. Posterior approach is from the back of the box, and the main complication is the artificial hip replacement dislocation. The main complication of this operation is the hip joint dislocation. So there are many post-operation precautions. The posture of how to sit, how to sleep. The patients need to be very careful about his posture to just reduce the pain of the operation, reduce the blood loss, and reduce the possibility of blood transfusion, and also can reduce the date of hospitalization. It also can reduce the family burden. The operation is very difficult. the view of doctor is very limited. And conclusion of this, the artificial hip replacement is very safe. And this is a very, the traditional cut is 16 centimeter, but the minimal invasive cut is very, very small. If we believe in the books, better than no books, the target of the operation, we need to complete the operation. In the process of the operation, there are only 2 very small wounds. We need to have very minimal damage in the process of operation. We can do the very invasive surgery. We just need 2 axes and combine 2 axes of the bones. And we can also make use of the mobility of the soft tissue like skin and other soft tissues. So it helps our operation. And we can just rotate this kind of soft tissues. Then we can see everything in just very small wound. The minimal invasive operation. Now we are going to see the detail of this minimal invasive operation. Patients is very satisfied with my operations. Now we photo pictures of patients' process for record. And we also share this kind of treatment case in the Orthopedics meetings. I'm going just to briefly introduce the materials and the method of my operations. It's very professional data chart. The yellow color columns, the full artificial heat replacement. The green color is the semi the very young patients can be discharged after six days of hospitalization. This is another chart of single surgeon experience. Artificial and the semi-artificial hip replacement. The operation is for about an hour. The wound is very beautiful, and the day of hospitalization is very less, very short. This is the research conclusions.
So due with a period dislocation in the hip joints, So from comparing the transitional operation and the minimum invasive surgery, that the incision cut open is so much smaller and it is easier to heal. And it will reduce the dislocate of the hip joints. And we also encounter difficulties. And there's a patient who is 85 years old who after the surgery, she had 3 times dislocation in the hip joints. And there's a patient who's 90 years old who also encountered hip joint dislocation. So we hope that we are looking for the better solution for that our patient will not encounter the hip joint dislocation. And we keep looking for solution. For example, like Richard Berger and Bertin Rotinger. We try Richard Berger. We encounter complications, too many complications. And Bertin Rotinger method, it's very difficult to conduct. And so I was not satisfied with the result of the Rotinger surgery. And then I have a surgery for a counter surgery for one of my patients who is over 80 years old, and her brother came back there to visit her. Her brother was an internal medicine doctor in the US, and he asked me why I didn't want to use DAA, the direct anterior approach. And are you not satisfied with the DAA approach? And right now he said right now in the US, most doctors adopt DAA approach more and more. And so the American doctor and gave me this suggestion, why don't I use the direct anterior approach? So I got online to do the approach. And this was what I found out from the internet, that the direct anterior approach has successful rate is so much higher than the anterior approach and the lateral approach. So the direct anterior approach is so much better, so much more successful than the posterior and the lateral approach. And also include a minimum invasive hip arthroplasty is so much better if we include if we use the minimum invasive approach. So we could combine 2 axes of rasping and reaming for the acetabular joint, so we could minimize the incision. And we are looking for the solution. So we want to advance our skill. We have to study. So we study very hard and discuss with other doctors, like for example from the veteran hospital from Taipei, Yang Sitie doctor, and the hospital in Shanghai, Wu Lian doctor. I went to the Taipei Veteran Hospital. I went there in year 2020, in March of year 2020. It was the during the severe outbreak of the pandemic, but I still went ahead to go to the Taipei Veteran Hospital to learn the new skill. and the left was anterior. The left was the anterior approach, using the anterior approach. And this is a very successful. Although it was my first case, but it was very successful. And the learning curve was very frustrated for a beginner because we encountered complications. The first case was successful, and later 3 patients they have other difficulties, complications because our skill was not mature enough. For example, like the top of the greater tubercle was a femur was broken by the expander, and also they suffer from the malaria, paresthesia, and also they lost a lot of blood. And so we want to how do we move on? We study harder and harder and learn from other more experienced doctor. And so we hope that we could approach to the soft tissue to alter to maybe position the patients that would position their soft tissue so that we could reduce the damage created while we conduct the operation. The last year, we have already have 28 successful cases. So the loss of blood was minimized. And so there's another complication is the fracture of the stem of the femur bone on the side of the femur bone. And this the last year in the orthopedic annual meetings, we reported that this is the fracture in the stem of the femur bone. So we cut open because we didn't see it very clearly. So we cut open the place we cut open was too low. So we cut open the greater in the middle of the greater trochanters. So we introduced the fracture in the greater trochanters. That until the end of the last year, we have already operated on 28 patients. And so we are improving our accumulate our experience. And so we know that right now there are still very few doctors who are able to conduct this DAA, direct anterior approach surgery for the hip replacement. Every 5 we will compare. We do the comparison every 5 patients for the total hip replacement. The average age was about 61 to 60.8. For the semi replacement was around 78 to 83 years old. And after our skill was improving and advanced, and so the total hip rejoint, hip replacement, total hospitalized days was from 4 days to 4.9 days. And if they do a semi replacement and the hip joint, it was the total hospital last day was from 6.2 to 8.6 day. And also the duration of the operation also minimize and the loss of the blood during the operation. And the total replacement was about 288 milliliter, and the dose of the blood for the semi was 118 millimeter. And the incision one was the length of the incision for the total replacement was from 8.8 centimeter to 10.2 centimeter. And from the direct anterior, we could reduce the duration of the operation to within 1 hour. It's about 45 minutes. And also we could the loss of the blood amount was reduced. It was used to like 350 milliliter, and now it's probably around 180 to 250 milliliter. And also we could if we do the operation from the posterior, we use a posterior approach. We have to cut open the gluteus maximus and a lot of extensor muscles, so it would affect the heat patterns. So the patient would have a lot of time. Quite often they have difficulties in walking smoothly. Now we encounter technical difficulties. We cannot hear anything further from Dr. Zhang. And maybe there's an internet technical glitch. Dr. John, maybe he is still continuously talking, but we cannot hear him. And now it's a freeze on the screen. Maybe there's a constraint in the bandwidth. And you can see that from his sharing, from Dr. sharing, they really recorded down the patient's conditions, and they are you can see that they are so mindful to record it down all the cases. And Dr. John gave us share his experience. Through his experience, he could compare before and after the surgery, and so that he would have the reference for in the areas where he could have more improvement in his own skill. And Dr. Jiang, he's already an expert in the expert in the orthopedics field, but he still very diligently learning new skill because he wants reduce the complications from his patients after the surgery. And I want to, although I don't understand on his report, but I still feel very touched by his report because it's so much detail listed in his report. He recorded a lot of detail because he want to know the patient's condition better so that he would understand better how the condition goes, and so he knows where he could improve his own skill. And his experience is so valuable that he could from his experience the doctor when the doctor oh I'm sorry there was interruption in our connection. And could we continue? And that's welcome you to come back.
我们掌声回来，然后就是欢迎您再度回线哈。那刚才我到底讲了些什么？请看回播。我可以吗？好，不过好。
像这是第50位病人。他的现身说法就是说
比较严重的，比较比较深层的地方在多大？深层在缝的地方是在麻。你刚刚
不是，那个主任，你麻烦你要讲到，你要打开你的简报。
I cannot see the Dr. John from my screen, and I don't see his PowerPoint presentation.
影像也没出现，然后简报也没出现。是。
And now we are waiting for the Dr. John.
好，那我们等主任一下哈。
现在有了吗
？And Dr. John, can you show up yourself on the screen? Can you use the full screen?
然后，对。
Oh, finally, we see your face.
没有，你看它还是断的状态。好，
现
在人是出现了啊，人回来就是基本上就是一件好事。但是现在
Let's welcome
我们发现你
Dr. John come back.
OK， 然后掌声感恩主任来。接下来就是你要从这个地方开始分享，对不对？我们
this is where we were talking about. And this is the patient was sharing. And she received the DAA surgery approach. And how do you feel? And she had the posterior approach surgery and the anterior approach surgery both way, and she felt that the direct anterior approach is so much better. She say she feel when she stepped forward. When she used after the posterior approach, when she stepped forward, she felt very tight in her hip muscle. While using the anterior approach, when she walked, she didn't feel the tightness in the hip muscle. So this for the past 20 years, I have a 20 years experience in the surgical approach at hip joint replacement, but I'm still continue learning the new approach. And now we adopt the DAA direct anterior approach, and about 40 to 50% successful rate. And we are continuing accumulating our experience, and my skill is advancing over time. And we still have encounter difficulties, but we have to for some severe cases we have to take good care of them after the surgery. Dr. John has was disconnected, and there was a very great PowerPoint presentation. And thank you. And you can take a look at the PowerPoint presentation that I'm showing. Dr. John was sharing, but he was disconnected. And in the very last pass, and let's listen to it. And in the depth hip joint, I feel just stingy, and I feel numbness in front of my thigh, and I feel stingy in the hip joints. And so this patient, he felt the numbness. So there's a damage in Dr. John. I have to conclude your sharing. And these were sharing. These were the sharing that was disconnected. So there's the PowerPoint presentation. He gave us very complete information thanks to Dr. John. And today, very early morning, I have done. I talked to the superintendent. I told the superintendent that Dr. Chen is going to share with us on the online study group. And the superintendent say Dr. Chen is a very skillful, a very experienced, a great doctor. And thank you for your sharing. And it's such a pity that you cannot come here today because you have other patients to take care. And so next time, I hope that you could come to Kaohsiung online study group. And the feedback from Canada, Guanxining, and I see a lot of my friends and families are suffering from the hip joint pain, and we hope that we could go back to Taiwan to visit Dr. John to ask him to help. And also we also need to expose ourselves in the sunshine so that we don't have the bone density loss. We could keep ourselves healthy. And study is very important. Thank you for the doctors. Thank you for your patience and your mindfulness in taking care of your patients. And thank you, Dr. John from Taichung City Hospital. Thank you. Although there's interruption in the sharing, but thank you. You gave us a great sharing. Thank you. And thank you. And we are next. And we are going to Yunnan, say from Yunnan, and say Shuman, Sister Shuman's sharing was very smooth and very inspiring. And and there's another feedback that 1,500 volunteer was in the musical adaptation in Taipei, and 1,600 volunteer was in the Kaohsiung musical adaptation performance. And I went to a company to conduct a study group. There were the higher management team were in the study group, and now we are going to connect to the Zimbabwe. And he is not yet connected online because there's a minimum bandwidth in Zimbabwe. There might be internet problem, glitch in the technical techniques, and it is really difficult in Africa to connect on the internet. Earlier this morning, I had a connection with him, and now he is not online. But now we are going to move on to the next section, exercise together. Good morning, everyone. Please stand up and let's exercise together.
好，我们大家慢慢的站起来，一起来活络筋骨喽。老师，首先我们先来云中课。
好，要云中课哈，好，谢谢。好嘞，云中课是我们的主题曲哦。好，也请子睿从这边来感受一下我们的云中课。
好，慢慢的我们先跨步。
我可以打电话吗？
好，一起每一句都是拍腿、拍手，一起来读书。非常好，手举高，继续。可以的，我们就慢慢的一起唱起来咯。好花是唯一法门，现场欢乐有泪奔，若非因心菩萨去啊。一起哼唱，旁边继续拍腿拍手。
下课我在这边。
让我们唱起来好吗？
叮的声音，就是要告诉大家时间到。但是我们还有一首要大家一起动起来了，踏步踏步踏起来，请练健身操，准备力量上下，有力量的哦，上下上下，力量倍增，往上一点，手举高，很好，加油加油，准备交叉打开，交叉打开，脚步踏起来，跑步，换边，再一回，换边，准备大太阳，
大太阳，
再来，
大太阳，
两圈，
太阳出来放光芒，光照万物，万物生，光照身体，身体长。圆月亮，圆月亮，月亮出来照四方，光照心上是光明，光照路上是方向。太阳月亮有爱心，日夜帮人忙，全靠精炼健身操，身心才健康。太阳月亮有爱心，
加油，很好哦，现场的家人们，双摆摆手，
全靠精炼健身操，心宽精神爽。
跑步1、2，换边，再一回，边准备大太阳，
大太阳，
画圆，
大太阳，
再两个，
太阳出来放光芒，
闪亮，
光照万物，万物生，
再一圈，
光照身体，身
准
体
备画
长。
大圆，
圆月亮，
再三个，
圆月亮，
再两个，
月亮出来照四方，
闪亮，
光照心上是光明，
再一圈，
光照路上是
准备
方向。
坐香，
太阳月亮有爱心，日夜帮人忙，
准备双摆摆手，
全靠精炼健身操，身心才健康。
准备坐香，
太阳月亮有爱心，
加油，
日夜帮人忙，
准备双摆摆手，
全靠精炼健身操，心宽精神爽。
准备2个圆圈，
心宽
回来，
精神
最后一圈，1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8，好了，给自己掌声一下。哇！好，大家坐下。好，活动组在这边祝福大家健康活力旺，心态健康，上盖赞，谢谢，谢谢，感恩我们的活动团队哦，就是2个小时多了以后，我们就站起来了，活络一下。其实这也是很多人呢在提醒自己的部分了。那刚好在这个部分，我们用活动组来提醒自己起来动一动。那刚刚呢，就是我看一下朱金才师兄给我的讯息，他上面是这样子写的：辛巴威就是现在，就是这样。怎么样？他们现在停电，所以确定无法上网。所以你就可以知道哦，我们都觉得，我们随时想喝水就喝水，我们随时想用电就来电。这件事情在非洲或者其他地方不是那么容易的一件事。今天早上是不是跟大家讲有关于后裔？有没有？他要口译在非洲，然后跟我们口译的时候，他每一次都也是会非常的紧张，因为他怕一下子没电了，网络断电了。然后就会觉得要去买电，是要去买电，那可是买电他们只能买2、3天的电，为什么不买足一点呢？如果经济可以，不能买足吗？不能，因为你一旦万一停电，它全部归零处理，那你之前买的就浪费了，所以他们也就是买少少的电。好，所以在这样的一个状况之下呢，朱金才师兄，我跟他讲说没关系，那我们只好重新安排。他真的呢，如果以非洲来讲，应该是2、3点，他就起来在那边一直想要跟我们连线，然后用到刚刚的前一个蒋主任分享，我还进去劝说可以的，对吗？他说可以的，可以，很开心。然后没出现，我看赖他出现说断电了，停电了。 没办法了，今天，所以我们还是要给我们的朱金才师兄热烈的掌声。他一个人带出了4200位的本土志工，所以我们刚才团队说，老师啊，他没上线啊，你怎么办？我说我会想办法。
You know, in Zimbabwe, like we have over like 4,200 local volunteers, right? And this is a really wonderful thing. Okay. And well, now the internet, okay, is kind of shut down, okay, in Africa. But if you want me to continue talking, it's no problem actually for me. But actually, I don't want to do that, okay, because I don't think that you want to hear what I'm talking about, right? You're not interested. Okay, and I also want to share that this is not about this topic, okay, and I received like one more extra clip, like a video clip, right, okay, and you will just feel very touched. Okay, so let's go back to our like a positive feedback. Okay. And here is a feedback saying that, okay, we can just smile happily with all the volunteers like from Poland, okay, and this is a really kind of positive energy shared here. And it says that I lived in Las Vegas, right? And I also, did like 5 different jobs here in like Nevada. And I just felt that, okay, I do all the jobs, right? And including like chanting the Buddha's name for people who are deceased, right? And, this is whatever I do in the United States. And since, she began doing Tzu jobs, right? And doing like 5 or more jobs, right? And she said that she even participated in the international relief, right? And it was kind of awesome for her. And she even mentioned that, okay, she just, after her like the operation, and she began doing the Tzu jobs, right? And, this is all the volunteers, right, that we had. This is how touching we feel. And I really want to do some some more interactions with her there. And yeah, okay. Actually, she doesn't speak English instead of like Spanish. Okay, but for all the conditions, that doesn't allow her to do anything for online study of Kaohsiung. As I just gave her this kind of we say task or mission, and she immediately says no problem, and she just completed it in a very, very short period of time. Okay, hey, come on, see, if we want to do something, then nothing cannot be achieved, right? Okay, yeah, okay. And why did she have the time for that? Okay, and it's because it was during like a Christmas time, and we just they just had like a spare time, okay, doing so she didn't go to the party, but just do the translation into Spanish, right? And now we have Zhou Ruixing from Beijing, another feedback, right? And we talk about like Sister Minju on March 1st, and she said that it is kind of shameful that she just got dressed up with some other people with like the same like dressing, and she felt that this is like a uniform, and she didn't want such feeling. Okay, and however, she had been doing the recycling just for years, and she realized that okay, blessings should be cherished there. And it was kind of a pity if people just dump all the like unwanted clothes away, right? And she remembered in 1980, and she went back to Jing's abode, and she saw Master An De-an, and she realized that okay, on the masters dress, was just full of patches there, okay, and she also felt that Mr. De-an just gave her the best food, and instead she just wore like a patched like a dressed there. And the reason for Mr. De-an was that okay, she just wanted to cherish all the blessings, which means luck, right? Okay, And it is a very good lesson for us to just, well, cherish everything that we have, right? Okay. And now here is another piece from Jing Hui, and she really did a very great job, like, hone onto our like a history of Ciji. And if you can just write down something, and even you were just doing a 10-minute like a guided reading, or you just give us kind of a short feedbacks, right? And don't just look down upon any of them, and they are just the Ciji history that in our like albums there, okay? And well, everybody, and if you can just do this, and we know this is a kind of a complementary of our like Ciji history. And Li Hui says that in Taiwan, like we have over like 80,000 recycling volunteers doing, her best or his best to just cleanse our world. And okay, also in Ciji history, we also realized that over like 20 years ago, like we had Typhoon Nadi, which just almost destroyed Taipei, and it also brought a big disaster for like a Da'ai TV. But all the volunteers just did their best to just recover like all the films, like videos or like histories as possible as they could, and it was really touching for them, Okay, and within the time, and we just, well, did a review on the Ciji history, okay? And she shared like everything here, and she did like a recap there, okay? And she even like so something wrong with my hairstyle, okay? And this is how careful she was, right? And she says that, and there is another piece, from Mei, and she says that we have to just give everything away, and we just hold on to our very first aspiration, like in Lumbini, like a birthplace of the Buddha. And well, here we have like volunteers who could just live a wonderful life in their hometown in Singapore. However, they chose like to live in Lumbini, okay, which was kind of a outdated place, right? They couldn't even take a good bath or shower there, okay? And I just asked myself that if I were there, and would I, bear such kind of living conditions in Lumbini? And my answer is never, no, okay? Therefore, okay, she really phrased like a Jiangyi and the Guoxiang, and who both like live in Nepal and Lumbini, just trying their best to deliver the sentient beings, right? And ladies and gentlemen, now it's our time to have the next one, okay, which is like the championship of the workout in the world, okay? And you see the pictures, and they are so healthy. And here, and this is really touching that, okay, we invited Miss Zhang Zhirui, and she is the founder of No Meat Market. And actually, she also did a very, great sharing, and it gave us like wonderful information about going vegetarian. And she mentioned the last time that she could just also share about some information of like postpartum confinement, which is sitting the months after women have babies, deliver their babies, right? Okay, and well, and you see the beautiful postures here that we have Kai Xuan, okay, and she did a wonderful job like designing the great and the vivid postures for us here, okay. And do you feel this is so touching that we have this, right? Okay, and I think when Zhirui herself says this, she also has a kind of a touching feeling there. And who did those wonderful jobs? And here are our like design, like a volunteer designing volunteers here, right? Okay. And last time, okay, she did a sharing, and this time we also have like a Zhang Zhirui, who is gonna be, sharing her own story about her second daughter, okay. And during the whole process of having the babies, and let's listen up, okay, to her sharings about how she did everything well and how she takes care of her like children here, okay. And last time, I also asked that, okay, if you talk about this, does it mean that you are still pregnant? And Zhirui says yes, right? and it means that she is gonna be having a third child, and she has like 3 children in the future, right? And thanks to the ITV that produces such films as an alert to us, right? Okay. And this is about like zero carbon actions, right? And we need to do this beginning from our food. And after before the market begins, a lot of people just came with their utensils, right? Because they need to prepare their own utensils, right? Okay, and our like food markets begins at 4, and people are just trying to wait there, and they just come here for the pizza, and some of them even carry their pans at home, right? And this all happens in the no meat markets here. And this is all about the no meat market, right? And they just seek the delicious food, but they are all vegetarian. And let's have more touching stories here. And how do they do this in the entire Taiwan? Okay, and here we have like 2 young people from Kaohsiung who handle all of this. Okay, and they do them just for charity jobs, right? And whenever you meet them, and please just give some compliment to them, right? And here again, and Zhirui actually is like a founder of such thing, right? And here we have Chen Zhirong, okay, and we are in Hsinchu today, and here are the partners promoting the vegetarianism, and we are born after 1990s or 1980s, right? And if you want to keep young, and vegetarianism is must, right? Okay, and 19% of the carbon emissions from animals, right? So we produce so much like a carbon dioxide, and this is not only done by all the animals, including all the feeds for them, okay? And if we adopt the vegetarianism, it shows that your friendliness toward our environment, this is kind of resonant, okay? And you like a compassion toward the world, right? And it is estimated that by 2050, and the meat consumption is gonna be up by 76%, right? And now we have 26% of the land globally were used to just feed all the animals for food, right? And this is a problem for carbon emission. And I think we have a very good team, okay, doing the research about the Amazon forest, and we see a lot of destroyed foods were all done by human beings because we want eating meat, right? Well, if you want to change somebody, and it is very difficult to change what they eat, but maybe we can begin with the first bite that we take every time, right? So, ladies and gentlemen, let's give a big hand to the no meat market and to the wonderful films from the ITV. Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, it is the film that I received after 11 p.m. last night, and it is touching, and nobody ever watched this before, and you're gonna be the first audience watching this. Take a look. Oh yeah, I can do it, baby. Okay, I can just do it. And when tender welcomes you that day, don't worry, and try to breathe. How do you feel? It's kind of sore, and it's kind of strong feeling, and you can just make it.
Can do the forward to the back, and how's the temperature of the water? You can do it. Yeah, keep going. You can do this. And believe your body. Maybe I can do it. Can touch your head. A little baby, you can keep going. You can keep coming out. Okay, too tight of umbilical cord, the bed. and coming home in the time. And finally, we can touch the baby. And you are great. It's very good.
宝宝，我
Very
太爱你
good.
了，谢谢你来当我的孩子，
Welcome.
很感动，就是可以在很安全的状态下
Baby,
跟你
thank you
合
for
作，
being
来
my
到这个
child.
世
I'm
界。
very
再次
touched
当
that
妈妈，我觉
being
得
the
是从我
safe
的喜悦而来。
environment,
谢谢
and we
你
can
成为我的
cooperate
女
you
儿。
come to this new world, being a new mother and get the
谢
love
谢你
of
来到我
joy
们的身
and
边，
thank you
成
for
为我们
being
的
my
女儿。
daughter.
看到你躺在妈妈身上的那一刻，
Thank you
真的
come
好
to
感动，
our
好感
side
动。
and become our daughter.
祝你生日快乐！
So you see, you are lying on the
希望你
mother,
可以
feel
在
touch
充
and
满
move.
爱的环境里面长
Happy
大。
birthday, baby. I hope you can grow up feel in the environment filled with the love. So, little Mimi, you know, sister first was born from the water. Our sister, love you very much. I love you so a lot. Thank you for being my sister. Love you. Happy birthday to you.
哇，我们掌声啊！
Oh,
真的是一
this
个
is the
温柔的
movie
接
Believe
引
Create
哈。
the
那
Reality.
刚刚呢，我接子睿
And
呢，
we
就
give them
是
the
到
big
这边来的
quotes.
时候，我就
Yes,
看到
this
他
is a very
就
gentle
已经在掉眼泪。他说
delivery,
他每
and
看
this
一次
tension
就
that
掉
Ray
一次眼
been
泪。
in
我
our
想这
place.
是为自己就
I
很
feel
感
like
动，自己做了这个决
I
定，对
feel
不对？
tears in my
真
eyes,
的
and
做了
every
这样
single
一个决
time
定。那
I see the
我们更
movie, I
感动
feel
的是，这
touched.
个影片呢，其实你可以看到是2022年4月
And make
24，
this
应该
kind of
也很久
decision.
的时
那
间。
天好像
Yeah,
刚好也是
tough.
上人的农历生日，
And this
哦，
is
对，
2022,
就是意
like
外得
2
知
years.
这个很法喜
And
的
this just the
日
birthday
子。
of
是
Master
是
Zheng
是。
Yan,
所以呢，其
our
实有一段时间，
lunar
可是他是
calendar.
真的，昨天他的
And
朋
this
友
is a
刚
very
刚
happy
拿到
date
的。
对，
对，
目前都还没
of
有公
my
开这个
baby.
影片过。
所以我们是
This
首
is
播啦，给我们
and just
真
have
的
the this
非常
media
非常的
within
一个
public
感恩哦。不
in
过从
published
这
in the
边我们就
public.
知
So
道，
this is the
我们
first
今
time
天为
showing
爱
in
书
our
写，
in
然后
public,
让
and
爱
we are
书
so
写这样的
touched.
一
And
个
from
话
here,
题啊，其
we
实
can
它
see
着
from
力
today
非常的深。然后这个
and
着力其
let
实
the
呢，不
love
是只有在
awake,
吃的部
and
分，
then its
从
topic
生活
she
方面，
focus
他
on
的
it
家
a
里
lot.
的一个，包括他要生这个
And
baby 的
it's
时候，
just not
他
on
的
the
先
knowledge
生，还
from
有
the
他的
line
女儿，都让我们
and
好
from
感动，
the
就是在
life
一个
environment,
非
we
常有
can
爱
give
的一
the
个环
baby
境
and the
里面。
husband
所以
and the
呢，我
daughter
们真
can
的要好好听
touch
听
us
子
a
睿怎
lot.
么跟我们去分
And
享这样
from
的一
this
堂生命的课程，属于
of
他的。
love, we can grow
也
love
让我
this
们
and
感
have
动在
our
这
newborn
所以我
baby.
们
And
热烈
today
的
is
掌声，
going
并且
to
跟他讲一下我
share
的天
our
花蜜语，好不
the
好？我喜
life
欢
of
和
lesson
你
and
在一
belongs
起，
to her. Let's give
因
her a big
为
pose.
你有
And this
正
give
能
us
量。好，
we
欢
like
迎
to
你，也
share
谢
be
谢
with you
我们师姐
because
今天好感恩，我
because
们
you
验
have we
证
have
哦，
the
今天就
positive
是全
energy.
程的陪伴
And
跟
thank
接
you.
受。
Let's
好，来，
welcome
我把
Zhirui
点报做得
sharing.
好好哦。
And today
是，来，
come up with Zhirui to share her topic,
亲爱的
and
上
her
人、
topic
金水的
is
菩萨
doing the
们，还
soul
有高
well.
雄读书会
Her
现场，还有我
PPT
们
is
线
good.
上聆听的
Dear
师兄师姐
Master,
们，很
Master
开心我今
Buddhas
天可
and
以
all the
用一个
members
家人
and
的身份回到世
online
界，第一次
or
来
in
到
the
高雄
place,
实际，觉得很
all the
兴奋，
sister
然
and
后也觉
brothers
得好像很
welcome.
久没有回家的
I'm
感
so
觉，所以回来
happy
有
to
一
be
种
here,
熟
and
悉
this is the
感。
first
那因为
time
去
to be
年
here.
我在
And
线上分享无肉市
feel
集的
like
时候，
I
其实那时
didn't
候
come
也
here
就
for a
是
long time,
也
and this
刚
is the first
生
time
了
I
小
come
孩，
over.
对，
Last
就
year, I
是
was
没想到
sharing with this
从2
idea
年了又
online.
怀了第3胎，这样可能只能
And
说
just
每
have
个都觉
a
得我
big,
很强，就是怎么有
after I
这
just
个
be
勇
back
气
a baby,
再
and
去生
the
一个
next year
生
I
一个孩
can
子。其
come
实对
back
我来讲，生一个孩
to
子
this
不
place.
难，
And I got
但是要养育
encouragement
孩子
to
一辈子，
share
带
this
给他一
idea with
个
us.
社会一个正确
And
跟正能
to
量的
have
观念，
the
其实
boy,
是比
to have
较
a baby
漫
and to
长
raise the baby to go to the positive idea is low, and need to give out a lot of things. And a lot of us say that you are so great. Give yourself a big closer to yourself. I feel that women and the traditionally women, we were given the birth and the living to give it to others. And I didn't think, even think probably I will have different kinds of delivering And the first girls I will deliver in Guangdong, America. And acquired delivery is not very popular in the real world. And not really a lot of people know about this opportunity. And the second baby, I was have the opportunity to, in my mind, I was thinking that going to have the second baby. And I'm thinking I can try a aquatic opinion delivery. And my friend is very successful delivery. And then to my midwife, and for 3 months before me delivery, she cannot assist my birth. In somehow I so feel helpless and feel shocked, and then probably I'm not suitable for this way delivering. And I asked my friend what I can do, and Joyce can help me. We can find another midwife. And then she find a midwife pretty far away in Puli. So in my mind, I feel like I have to believe myself. I'm going to work hard with my team to do this. So that's why I go to visit this midwife. I'm not joking. And when you see the brain mark, you will see, well, it's so near, you're like a Frankie place, a very old place. It's not changed, the very old style brand type. And she's very warmly welcoming and show me all the videos. And she told me 2 things, and I think they will be you. Guiding life is sacred, so I'm the vegetarian. Wow. Right about being that. And she become a vegetarian is the same thing. And believe we are the reality. And believe in yourself. Have the power and choice to do it. I will have no doubt. Please help me to do this second delivery of my baby. And she already did deliver thousands of babies. And after I watched the videos, I feel incredible. And if we got a baby from after the birth canal, and the umbilical cord turn around 9 circles of the baby. And then there's a dancing girl after 2 baby was umbilical cord, 9 circles, and she make this kind of delivery incredibly. And this girl make a circle of 2 rounds, and then after the delivery in the water delivery, so she can help me the baby give the birth happily. Especially, for example, like the baby mainly five involuntary member, and for example, the bleeding things happen in the woods, and we don't know what to do. And the midwife take a big basket and keep taking out all the bleeding out of the body. She can feel the water, feel the sound, the sound, the status to evaluate.
去告诉孕妇，给她安心，说你放心，我可以帮你处理。我觉得她所有的医疗经验不会输给就是在医院的一些专业的医生。那我相信这个上天带给我的讯号，其实不只是我真的要选择这条路。
We need like a professional doctors that can accompany me when I was in the hospital, and I think this is a very original way that I have to tell you that okay, for the first baby, like I had my first baby in like a former hospital, and in the picture you will see that this is my first daughter with a very cute smile. However, she actually is an oversensitive girl, okay? And this is really different between baby born, okay, in a hospital or in some other institute, let me tell you, all the babies' conditions would be really different, okay? And if I hadn't had my first daughter, I wouldn't have felt that it was just a totally friend, like a different, right? To have a baby either at home or in a institute, I mean hospital, okay? And I insisted that I didn't want to have like a non-pain like a deliver. But actually, well, it was good. But okay, I still had to suffer the pain of as you know.
After I didn't get the pain, and I feel like there's a pain not in the delivery, and for being alone with the baby, and feel cold, and this time I will feel that anxiety. And after that, delivering the uncomfortable place, and this pain is so let me acquire it. I feel painful. I'm not feel for that. And this is for the girl, and this is a private place. And both, then you have to give me the condition, the feel that, tell me first what they're going to do. The construction is constructing slow by slow. I'm so afraid that what happened to I'm going to give the bath, giving the baby out. And there's, I think, a lot of pregnant women will have that. And tell me you didn't let's don't warm things to tell me the word I'm not ready to have the baby. And in America, in the humanity thing in America, the doctor will not give you quite not give a lot of things. And my friend will stay with me. And so I'm happy to stay with my friend, eating and chatting with my friend. And I'll fall asleep and during my delivering. And the pandas injection delivery, probably you can do it. I decided not to do the pandas induction. After I wake up, I feel I'm got energy. And probably around the midnight of I've given out the baby. And then go to another place and didn't know the umbilical cord things and they give it the baby, they separate the mommy and the baby. So I feel like I didn't see my baby at all. And in this play of time, the baby should stay with the mommy and not separate immediately. During the delivery at home, and we have to do a lot of work, find a very nice place and the military group to help us to. They are very professional. They are ancient delivery, very famous midwife in the local, and they didn't have the very valuable experience, and they all accumulate with experience. And after my delivery, they called me the wine to cheer with. I didn't have to drink the wine, but I can see that my friends and my partners celebrate with red wine with me. The natural birth, we didn't have feel pain. Of course not. We feel pain after delivery. Why in the movie I scream a lot and loud, I feel shameful. And I think can see a lot of women to the breathing in and out to keep control the breath and to let the kids come out of my body. And this time I'm probably going to learn how to not to scream and to bring up my baby. And gentle delivery, you feel it will not do just one thing for you. It's a family thing, for a group thing that we have to do. Waiting help us and accompany me to do the delivery. And the gentle deep birth delivery, the controlling the content is all controlled by myself. We don't have to ask others what I'm going to do next when I'm still waiting, anxiety to know what I'm going to do, and any risk, any condition we can communicate with me, wife. And can I go to the bathroom? Can I walk? Can I all the process and I can make all the decision. And there's no thing, no cutting of pretensions, no cutting of premiums in American, the American. The teacher, the doctor tell me not to do this, and he used the doctor make the hole wider, the birth canal wider to let a baby come out. I believe that
第一胎3400其实太大了，他们都认为是巨婴。那我第二胎就大概在3000出，就比较刚刚好一点。那真的会比较好生，因为我觉得小孩其实有过了就是满周就好了。那生出来我们再慢慢去养护他，不用把肚子就哇养得很大时候，你反而其实不好生小孩，而且头太大的话，真的比较容易会有撕裂的问题。这样，那不打无痛分娩这件事情，我不能够一直去教别人做这件事，因为我觉得每个人接受这个痛的程度不太一样。因为我有很多朋友在就是生产前告诉我绝对不会打无痛，然后在生产前半个小时说赶快麻醉师赶快来，对，因为其实我觉得就是这个医疗的便利其实也有点可惜，就是其实我觉得女性已经忘记了自己可以有那个能力。那因为我觉得我曾经遇到很多粉丝私讯给我，跟我说他有很大的挫折跟就是产后忧郁，就是来自。
There's a lot of things tell me that frustrated to do the panda's delivery, and after the injection that I feel don't know the contraction. I don't know when to do contraction, and many signs of I feel like I cannot do the force by myself. I have no idea, and the nurse will help you to push your belly. And after all, and I don't know, I will give the body, the feeling of the body to push by the others, controlled by the others. And after the delivery, I feel so anxiety to do that. And then I think there's no injection appendix delivery. In the mother, we need to do this.
那再来就是不要催生。我的助产师告诉我说，小宝贝都会选择他最好的时间到来，不要去催促他。即使你过了42周、43周，你也不要紧张。对，所以我一直带着这样子的信念去相信他所说的每一句话，所以我就是我觉得就很顺利，就是在40周左右。当然过了几天，我就是40加5天把孩子生出来，但都非常的平安。所以催生这件事情会让孩子在里面其实害怕的。他会觉得好像要被催促的出来，也许他时间还没到呢，我们可以再慢慢等待。
Here to the baby, to invite the baby to come out of the womb, and let's wait with the baby together. Use a quick delivery at home, and we have a lot of things advantage in the water, and we leave out the gravity, and we'll prepare a pool of water, and this one is cheaper, $500 or $600. And after delivery, they can have fun with the swimming pool. After I sit there, I feel I have a support with my husband. He can hold me. I can, with his support, I can push out on my baby in the water, and give birth in the water. And there's another advantage, and the midwife will evaluate when you're going to go to the water, and the yoga ball will give me different things to tell me. I won't feel a lot of pain after I'm doing that. When he do the massage of my body and help me accompany with the pain things. Every time the contraction, not just me.
有时候可能休息一下，换我老公来帮我搓，就是很多人都可以去协助你去感受到这个疼痛感，你会觉得你一直都是在被陪伴着，不像我那时候在医疗的时候，我就是从头到尾痛到尾，然后没有人知道我在痛什么，然后大家也不知道该怎么办的感觉。那这个温柔的方式，我觉得会让你的内在觉得你是
不是一个人很孤单的要去生产，这个生产这件事情也不是属于我一个人的责任，是每一个人在场，他给你的这个力量，就是会让你觉得很安心。
Baby delivery is not just my own things; it's accompanied with the family and my partner.
接下来该做什么？
And the midwife is very important. How come they are so important? She can tell me what I'm going to do next, and then she's just so cute. She's so nice. She's not going to ask me when I'm going to do that. She go tell me, "Are you tired? Do you want to take a napping or probably 30 minutes?" She won't let me do the napping for 10 minutes. And deliberately lying down will delay the contraction. It won't let you feel pain and will not push the baby coming up early. If you take enough rest, we'll keep going to do the yoga or I'm going to do some exercise. And remember, with no feel, I feel go to the toilet. We feel I will go to the bathroom. And if you want go, if you see the toilet, we will feel the same thing. And she keep asking me to go to the toilet. When I go there, I just want to give the birth. It will illustrate my speed of giving birth. And they are very professional to tell me to decide, evaluate my situation. And there's no have to do the finger examination to see the baby's situation. And to the final extraction of the delivery, when she told me that we feel tired, Zhirui, let's take a bath. I'm wondering that if I have the energy to take a shower. So I go into the bathroom to give a shower. When I get out the bathroom door, and I got a feeling that I'm going to give up the baby out. And you see the baby's positions come to the canal, birth canal. And so that's why she asked me to go to take a hot shower so I can feel pain and I feel the baby is coming out. And of course, I'm so happy with that. And you don't go in out the water and coming out. When you come in and out, it's easier to get caught. And finally, the final stage, the construction of the speed will help you to help out. If you feel
所以你的疼痛感确实也很会减缓很多。然后助产师就跟你说，来，你把你的手伸出来，伸进去你的阴道口，摸摸你小孩子的头。我说什么？这太可怕了吧！我就是这样就摸进他的头，这样会不会伤害到他？他说你自己的小孩你不敢摸、哦。对，我说对耶，然后我就手伸进去，果然不到一半的指头，我就摸到他的头了。他说你感受到了吧？他即将要来了。对，这句话它带给我很大的力
if
量。
I get into the birth channel, I really can touch my baby's head. Like this word, these things, this gesture give me a lot of power to give birth of my baby and let me know I'm ready to welcome my baby. I'm so incredibly to the second baby to come to. And when I touch my baby, I feel so happy and joyful. And then, and you can see I laying on the bed from the beginning and kept me hold my hand. And when I feel pain, I want to hold something hard and to relieve my painful. But we cannot lie on the bed for a long time, and it's not easy to give out the baby. And the midwife told me the baby's head is not in the wound, and he will. Midwife will turn right, turn left, and to let the baby come out the birth canal easily, and then give the birth smoothly. And realize one thing that we have to keep the umbilical cord blood, and the blood will come back to the baby. And our first baby, I already told the babies that this umbilical cord benefit for the baby. And after the umbilical cord stay with the 1 hour and umbilical cord, they got a life with it. And got the one, it can you believe that it can pumping for 1 hour, just like our heart. And we have to feel for umbilical cord, and we have to wait till the blood from the umbilical cord to go to the baby, and then stop the beating, and we can cut off the umbilical cord. And it's a place we can use Yaping. And my friend, she cutting the cord by herself, or you can use your best friend or your kids can help in to the clipping the cord together. And then the first delivery is out of my womb. The second delivery is from outside of umbilical cord. And this time, my husband helped me do the clapping of the cord. And this time, I decided to experience myself. And there's another place that we have dry out of the umbilical cord. And umbilical cord, we're climbing, going to the basket, and we're going to put a lot of salt and herbs, put placenta in that place, and help to the placenta to get dry easily, and with the salt and the herb to let it do the decay. And after 7 days, the placenta will get dry and will out of the baby naturally after 7 days. And this is a decision that you can do by yourself. And from the foreign place, foreign company, and they are very promote this way of delivering, like a lotus birth method. And then giving this plans to my baby to do the pictures. And then this is a tree of life. I give the picture blanket paper for my baby, and she can put a placenta on the paper, and she can create it by herself. And she's happy, and she put different color of the paper, and see this is her creative of the her own creative. And this placenta is one thing we can keep these pictures, and it's a very good memory for the kids. And then after the placenta, we can do it. You can eat the placenta. You want to eat it? The midwife, and it's quite popular to eat the placenta. No, I decided not to do the placenta. I'm going to plant it and put into another tree of life, and with the plants together, we merged it. So I decided to buy a little plant, and I'm not going to decide a very valuable tree. So I decided to put another one. Probably I'm going to bring it to the mountain to like this. And placenta is quite nutrition, and put into the plants, we keep it going to the sunshine place, and it grows up a lot. And if you put into the wet place, and it will grow a lot of worms. And if you have enough soil and the sunshine, it will grow up quite high. And so nature, and then we're going to the breastfeeding. And breastfeeding is not enough. It's a good thing.
And I think, milk is always not any better than the breastfeed that fed milk, right? Okay. And when I'm talking about this, right, this is because if you just, give the milk from the cow, and do you know where the milk should go? Of course, for their babies, right? And how about the other animals, the milk from other animals? Of course, it's for their babies, right? And how about we human beings, right? However, it's sad that we don't offer enough like the bread breast, like a fed milk to our own babies, right? Okay, and let me give you a suggestion. This is not a good idea. Okay, your children should just absorb the nutrient from your own body, right? And take a look at this posture. And this is very sad that we see that animals were just taken and they just got deprived, by the human beings, right? How about human beings, right? Are you okay that your babies were like deprived by like other beings, right? And of course not, right? And you will see the milk like sold in 7-Elevens or like a convenience stores right there. And as a mom, let me tell you, this is something really cruel that, okay, I have my own like a breast fed milk, but only for my own baby, okay? And same thing for all the animals, and they also have their own emotions, right? And I think their babies also deserve to live, okay? And then there's no mother doesn't hope that they can just, have a kind of a good physical conditions by just spread like a fist, like a, I mean, breast fist, like a feeding their babies, right? Okay, and now I finally realized that, okay, I just promoted the vegetarianism not only to save lives, but also to save the next generations. Okay, I think that this is, we say, sympathy there. Okay, and I have 3 more minutes left, I know. Okay, and if we do this more often, that I am very grateful that all the doctors from Taichung Hospital really encouraged me a lot that, okay, and I know that I was doing the right thing, and I just give my baby, I mean, just deliver the baby, okay, really naturally, okay, and I also encourage everybody not to use any supplemental nursing systems, right, and they would destroy, okay, they would destroy the nutrients, okay, inside our breast fed milk, right, and it will cause like some damage inside its like nutrients, okay, and I think, this is, always about the nature, right? Okay. And however much however much like a breast fed milk you have, right? And you are like a baby would just like absorb that volume, that amount of milk, right? Okay. And for a mother, that I think, what to eat really counts, right? Okay. And I eat a lot of like algae, right? And I eat a lot of vegetables, vitamins, right? Okay. And I'm not a qualified like a nutritionist, right? So I think you can take advice more, okay, from your like doctors, right? And I don't absorb any salt, any soy sauce, right? And after I had my baby, and soy sauce actually, well, is not something necessary, although my food at the time, well, was kind of tasteless, right? Okay. And who cooked for me? Okay. My friend, who is a painter, who never cooked, right? Okay. Well, and however, I eat according to my own like instinction, right? And my instinction tells me that, okay, his cooking skill is okay, and I trust in him. Okay, and can he do like a postpartum like a confinement for me? And he say yes, right? Okay, and we talk about what I should eat, right? And he told me that he couldn't just cook, right? And I just told him one thing, that is, I wanted food without any sugar, without any soy sauce, right? Without any condiments, right? And well, and I know that how suffering it was for him, because he had to also eat the same thing for me. Okay, and why do I insist on saltless food? Because it helps me against like edema. Okay, trust me. Okay, this is my experience, right? You have to trust me. Okay. And if you're interested in my PowerPoint, and I'm more than willing to just share them with you. Well, and the vegetarianism, like a postpartum confinement project, is really something awesome, right? Okay. And I got a lot of like a soybean milk and the nuts, right? And a lot of like vegetable like juices and the soups, right, from Jin super stores, right? And they are just awesome, right? I really love the soybean milk powder. And for all the Chinese like medicine, like a packs, right? And let me tell you, okay, do not absorb too much of that, okay, right? And I just had much of that, okay. Therefore, I got some kind of a problem on my baby because she got some rashes on her like a skin, right? This is over nutriented, okay. And when is the right time, okay, to just absorb all the like a Chinese like a medicine, like a tonic packs, right? It is at the end of your like a post parting confinement period, right? And take a look at the three pictures, like you know what I eat, right? Are they not beautiful? You have to eat like a queen, okay? And do not eat like a chickens or ducks, right? Actually, you are not the queen. You were instead you are the butcher right there, right? Okay. I think all it can still make us happy, right? If we eat them, okay. And I think speaking of the like money, I spend not very much on my food. I think it is the time for us to get back how we gonna deliver our baby and welcome our baby to the world. And this is the way that I do, right? My name is Zhirui, and thank you for your invitation so that I have a chance to just do the sharing with you. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen online and right here in the Jinsable store. Thank you so much, right? Okay. And I really want to say something to mothers, right? You are wonderful mothers, right? Okay. Hooray, wonderful, right? This is a wonderful mother right there, right? Okay. This is so touching, wonderful, awesome. And she just talk about her own experience step by step. Okay. And her meal and and you see my husband just says wow to that, okay. And I really want to know more about you, right? And I learned that you are also illustrator. Okay, right. And I know that you have a really good sense of beauty, right? Okay. Yeah, okay. And okay, after delivering my baby, right, my life became really, really boring, right? So if I still had to eat like something so terrible, and it was kind of a miserable for me, right? Okay. And this is why I invited an artist friend to just cook for me, right? Okay. And I was asked what to eat by him, and I just told him that what I want. Sometimes it's a French food, and sometimes it's a Western food, and sometimes a lot of like a style, right? Okay. And I shared this very, very interesting experience with a lot of mothers to be, right? Okay. And we really, we really had a good experience. And by the way, I also like invited like an owner of a restaurant who like sells like a ramen, okay, in Hsinchu, and he was also invited to cook for me, right? And after I experienced all this food by myself, and we decided to publish them in the book, right? And I really want to share more about my experience to all the mothers to be and the mothers, about what to eat, right? And well, I'm not going to tell you that you have to eat something terrible, but I want you to also eat like something not only nutritious but also delicious. And most importantly, vegetarianism is therefore promoted, right? Okay. And I think you are developing very, very well on your altruism part in your brain, right? And you make us eat like something not only delicious but also nutritious, right? I think that this is wonderful in the future, right? And we can invite more people taking on the vegetarian diet, right? Okay. And we have Huang Jingo from Yilan leaving a message saying that, okay, if you have really learned learn something, okay, eating vegetarian diets, so that you can just promote such thing, right? And it is unbelievable that you are a mother of 3, okay? And okay. And we also have a conundrum that is okay in South Korea, and it is really difficult for them to have a baby, right? And now, after you were sharing, and the mothers in that country are like having more confidence on this, right? Okay, right? And here is another message saying that, right? It is really, really, amazing that okay, we can still like maintain lives this way. And the Sijin from Beijing saying that, okay, this is really kind of awesome that although I'm a mother, but you still give us kind of an awesome experience, right? Okay, yeah. Okay, and here is a granny. Okay, granny, you have no more chance to have any babies, right? But thank you for your sharing. Okay, and here is some other like a messages saying like, and she says that okay, and for the pizzas and for all the delicious foods, right, were really carefully and dedicatedly made, right? They are wonderful. They are wonderful. And we have Francine from Canada saying that, okay, this is really a big job for women to deliver babies, right? And if we are successful enough, then yeah, and we are a wonderful mother. Instead, otherwise, this is gonna be kind of a vital thing for a woman, okay? And we are lucky that we are in a very, very like a clean and rich environment like Taiwan. And as a mother, I really, really feel happy about this, right? Thank you for your sharing today. And here is a 实在好友 who is your good friend. Okay, and they say, okay, this is like a wonderful, okay, and it is true that she says that you are a mother to be, and this is gonna be your third child, right? Okay, right. And are you going to be a very professional midwife or what? Okay, and this is really beautiful. That okay. And this, the person that delivers this message just saw, okay, my second baby for the first time because she was on site, when I was doing my delivery there. Okay. Okay, so all the friends, right, and then like good partners, right, and if it's okay, convenient for you, and would you like, to do the sharing and the deliver the like online link for us, right? And we have a lot of languages as translations there, okay. And here we have another message from Chen. Let us say that okay, and it's gonna be a surprise that she is going to have a baby. Sure. Okay. Well, now you are getting so famous now, okay? And well, I will just publish a documentary film as well, after I deliver my first baby. And I just want to let everybody know that we are really like wonderful people because, we give a life to like a babies, right? Okay. And here the message says that it is a kind of consolidation of the family powers that you can do it, right? Okay. And you talk about a Chinese medicine doctor, right? And who? But I really forgot about the doctor's name. I just know that she's a woman, and she was on TV. And okay, you didn't watch any of the Da drama like a shows, right? Okay, let me tell you, right? That is Dr. Zhang Jiaying, okay, on Da TV in Shiji Hospital. And the doctor is coming here in April in 2024. Okay, so, well, anyway, I have to be grateful, okay, for like your coming. And I know you because I see your assurance online, and I think you can just express like something special for us, right? And it is really, really precious for you to come over here, although you are still pregnant for now, okay? And we are so lucky to have you. Thank you very much. Thank you so much. So let's come back here, okay? You still see like a wonderful food and like the posters here, and we have a good book here. So for next Wednesday, remember next Wednesday in the afternoon, grandmas and grannies come over, okay? And you can do something interesting here. And here we have like a Jinsi products here. And I really want you, okay, to join us, right? Because we have a lot of wonderful products, right? And if you like purchase our products like $1,000, and you will have good gifts, right? And next week we're gonna have who? Let me tell you, okay? We are going to have Qiumin from Yilan, and she's a translator in Taiwanese, right? And of course, like we have Xueyun next week. And this morning, we had like an Indonesian volunteer, and he was mentioned this morning, and he's gonna be here next week, right? And so next week, we're gonna have like something awesome, okay? And next week, you can try our new drink, right? And what is that? And if you get online or come over here, then you will just know it, right? So ladies and gentlemen, I like to be with you because you have a positive energy. And we only do something to make everything beautiful, and it's gonna be weighted, okay? If you step forward, and you will get like a wonderful